Hope the power hiccups didn't affect the machine too much, but first... Okay. Riona's reporting. Oh, she's changed to have using a guitar now. Then Georgie officers reporting on that. Razor? Well, people would say something's happened for a reason, but sometimes it's not. Oftentimes it's also a result of what you did. No, story. Happiness like a cup of coffee. Hey, this might not help, but do you want to listen to me for a little bit? I want to tell you what happiness is like to me. To me, and maybe it is only to me, I see happiness like a cup of coffee. Makes you feel good, energized, ready to take on the world. But that's not the point I want to make. It's about how many different kinds of coffee there are in the world. And how many different ways of making a cup of coffee. Still with me? Okay, so there's so many kinds of coffee, you know? And I'm not even talking about the type of beans and whatnot. You know, there are coffees you can get in a convenience store, in convenient cans, pop it and you're good to go. There are also coffees that are more special and made with more care. The ones made in cafes by cute baristas with their pretty smiles. There are even more special coffees, the one you only find in certain places, in certain circumstances. The one you know you can only taste once in your life, yet you wish you could have it forever. But that's not how life goes, right? There's happiness you know you part with, happiness you'll never get to taste again. But that's the thing, you shouldn't cry over a cup of coffee. You're supposed to remember the taste fondly, hoping someday you can have something just like that, something better even. You live your life in search of that better taste of coffee. Once you do, you'll realize that there are thousands and thousands of coffees in this world, with 1,000 ways of brewing them. See, that's how I see happiness. But hey, since you're still here, wanting on a secret, you may take many tries before you get it right, and you might lose many things to achieve it. But in my opinion, the best coffee in the world, the best happiness we can have, is the one we make ourselves. This is a very slow start. Ah, here we go. Right in the nick of time. So, who's coming today? Oh, it's you two. Welcome, you two. It's relieved to see you safe and sound. Hi, Logos. Yes, we're also very relieved. It was a little scary last time. We analyzed the events of the evening and found 31.245% frightening and 68.755% distasteful. Living in such a hurry is not an experience we care to repeat. Hopefully this will be a quieter evening. Yes, that's our wish. Anyhow, greetings are customary in cafes, bars and restaurants, are they not? Therefore, good evening. But even if reality it should be good night. You find that very strange. Do you actually cut off? Oh, you did! That good evening is a way to say hello, but good night is a way to say goodbye. Is this assuming that you never start an encounter at night? Because that theory would appear to be empirically wrong. For example, this is the second time you meet Earthchild, and both times have been at night. Our 100% sample does not bear out the aforementioned premise. Additionally, the concepts of evening and morning seem only marginally... Amanda? Yes, what is it? I think Logos tried to interject a couple of times. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, Logos. Yes, indeed. You can only see this in the log, but... no, it's alright. I didn't have anything important to say. Truth is, I'm not sure why our greetings have a circadian rhythm. Earthlings are a creature of habit, I suppose. They get attached to certain ways of using language and often don't question the actual meaning of words. Yes. At least in this particular case, no one's getting hurt. Since I arrived here, I've observed that some thoughtless users of language can have a much more painful effect. Oh yeah, indeed. We see and we agree. And we apologize for interrupting you, Logos. Don't worry about it. Communicating without a hive connection is rather challenging. Besides, we have been in a somewhat heightened mental state. We've been finding Earth quite curious. Extraordinary, even. We are keen to absorb as much information as we can during our visit here. It seems to us our siblings who previously visited Earth came back with findings of a rather superficial nature. We're excited to gather data that will advance the science of Earth studies. Our return to the hive will be triumphal. Of course, we do not do such things for the glory, but still, we are looking forward to seeing our work recognized. So, are you a scholar, Miss Amanda? Yes, that is a good equivalence of what we are. We specialize in data gathering and analysis of poorly charted territories. That sounds very impressive. Oh, DGAPCT is much less impressive than our siblings' mission. Silver is an explorer and adventurer. He is deserving of respect. And his mission to find a prospective partner is of the utmost importance. Still prospective, huh? No progress on that front, I take it? Well, I wouldn't quite say that. Very intriguing. You're always so professional, Logos. You rarely ask direct questions. But I think you are a little curious about the gossip, right? What is gossip? Gossip is information about what goes on in other people's lives. Oh, we see. So it's like data on individual beings then? Yes, that sounds right. We love gossip. What's wrong with it? Nothing at all, and I would love to listen to yours. But let me at least make you a drink first. You must consider our choice of drink carefully. You suggest our sibling goes first. Ready to order, Silver? I have an idea, yes. Can we expect an interesting new recipe? You're a barista yourself now, after all. You look so shocked. A barista? How am I? Oh, you mean the cafe? Yes, you mentioned you were opening one, didn't you? I am, after a fashion, but not focusing on drink menus just yet. Also intriguing. I promise I'm not just withholding information, Logos. But things are a little complicated. Is it alright we start with the drink? I'll try my best to explain everything afterwards. It sounds good to me? Then I think I'd like something simple tonight. Do you remember the first drink I ordered when I came here years ago? Wasn't it a coffee-based drink? Also, hold on, let me find it. Because I don't remember, it's been quite a while as well for me. Silver. Then black lemon and coffee. The two drinks was a coffee drink, and I think you mentioned it was very bitter. Bitter and tart, right? Yes, I think that's right. A bitter and tart coffee drink. So the one is coffee lemon. Wow, that really is bitter, huh? So what we get is a black lemon, and hold on, let me just pass you this thing real quick. Nozo. What is, and let's see, Silver should have updated his profile. Of course, I would have expected nothing less. And then we have the perfect, if unlikely, combination of sour and bitter black lemon coffee. I got it off the agent last time he was here. This is quite something. Thank you, Logos, truly. You can't know how much it helps, but it really does. Don't mention it. I thought, you know, maybe you'd find a way to put it to good use. Sure, I can figure something out. You seem to grown quite creative over the months. I guess I have somewhat. I'll let you know how this plays out in the end. Thank you again. Here's a black lemon for you, Silver. It definitely looks like what I had in mind. And it tastes interesting. It's very minimal, yet strong. Very enjoyable. I think I might prefer sweeter things, but I'm glad I tried this one. You know, I second what Miss Amanda said last time. You feel the same in some ways, yet also very different. I don't know. I do think that everyone keeps changing all the time. We feel like our personalities make sense because we see ourselves in hindsight. When the truth is, we make ourselves up as we go along. That's insightful theory, Silver. You have grown wiser. Used to be a rather useful and innocent part of the hive. Well, old habits die hard. He's still twiddling his fingers like that. Ah well, I've had to learn and adapt here. It's been a couple of years after all. But despite all that, and considering what I said about people changing all the time, I don't think I have changed all that much. In fact, as if I've been becoming a little more me every day, just revealing myself. Speaking of that, we meant to ask, how did you choose this specific earthling appearance over another? Our observation is that earthlings come in a great many varieties, with a near infinity of combinations. Do you run a random generation algorithm? Oh no, it wasn't random at all. Even if at first it wasn't a conscious process. I chose the way I look because it felt true to who I am. When I first started coming to this cafe, I had a hard time understanding this world and its rules. But there were already some things that I could relate to. Some things that felt familiar. Like Hyde's eyes that always see beyond the surface. Or Gala's outfit, which is a sign of kindness and trust. I borrowed those traits from them without even realizing. You took inspiration from them. He's literally like your child? Yes, our species seems to have the ability to do that. But Gala's fashion I couldn't keep after all. Came with responsibilities. People stop me all the time to ask me for medical advice. I can see how that would be problematic. Yes, but then I found this fictional universe where all the stories take place in the stars. He's talking about Star Trek, isn't he? So I changed my outfit to imitate theirs. And at some point, it all came together. One morning, I saw myself in the mirror and I felt right. Like the way I looked matched who I was. It made me feel at peace. So although I look different now from when we first met, and although I have learned the ways of this world a bit and have grown a bit, many ways I still feel the same. Different, but the same. Yes, different, but the same. Makes sense to us? It really does. Oh. Oh, is this Laurel? No, this is from Pearl. Still no news from Mitch. We think the odds are now 84.308% that she's phantoming you. You mean ghosting? You mean phantoming as in when you think you hear a sound, but your ears are merely playing a trick on you. You thought we had established a hive connection with Mitch, but it was only a phantom sound after all. Anyhow, what is Pearl saying? That her calendar might clear up soon if I want to meet up. Whoa, Silver! It sounds like things are going very well indeed. I think it may be time I tell you a little bit about this. But we wish to order a drink as well! Oh, of course, I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Amanda. Our apologies, but the machine's having issues today. We'll let you know as soon as it's working again. Curious that Earth's drink making skills are so refined, yet so unreliable. This is a land of contradictions. It sure is. Do carry on, sibling. Right, so I've been relying on Amanda to help me with the online part of online dating, and it's been working really well, on average. There have also been some small issues. Earthlings are strange. Online dating has a reputation for emphasizing that, yes. Some Earthlings express their interests, but when you say hello, they never answer back. When you realize saying hello is a starter for 99.845% of conversations, seems that online more humorous or breeding-oriented openers. Sorry, breeding-oriented. Well, that's not wrong, I guess. However, if an opener is entirely horned, it is considered out of bounds and angrily dismissed. Horned? Yes, that is when prospective partners send you close-up pictures of their horns. People do that? Oh yes. Think we'll be fine after a bit of conversation. If we get into the mood and they ask me first, I'll probably say yes. Horns can be really pretty, you know. Lord. Every day my decision to name the barista logos just makes you feel like walking off into the abyss. But yes, this is the decision I have made and shall stick with. It feels very strange when that's the first thing they do before they even write a single word. I can't imagine. And then sometimes Earthlings express interest, but after reading a joke that is statistically funny 99.908% of the time, they answer with a sad face and block communications. Funny for you 99.908% of the time? Yes. Fortunately, online dating is governed by the law of large numbers, which favors persistence. We are patient. And Mandy has been spending a lot of time on the app, and it started to work out. I'm now having conversations with some really nice people, especially Pearl. We prefer Laurel. Her facial features are more symmetrical, but Silver seems to prefer the asymmetrical Earthling. Look at him, Amanda! It's just, she sounds like a really good person. She's a communications director for a charity that fights homelessness. She cares about other people a lot. I don't think she's been very lucky in return, but she's funny and curious of everything, and her smile. Please desist, we can censor what was funny. And she's the person you might be getting a date with? I really hope so. Do you have a day and time for your dates? No. This is on a different topic. Please excuse me. So I take it you've been enjoying your time on Earth, Miss Samantha? Or not? No, we have been enjoying it, but we also see the limits of it. How do you mean? We are a hive mind. A hive mind knows no boundaries or limitations. We share all our thoughts and desires. It's not difficult for us to connect. We are born connected. But Earthlings are guarded. They have complex emotions, and they have no means of truly knowing what anyone else feels. That makes them afraid of judgment and of hurt. It must be very difficult and painful for them to connect deeply. There's so much they must let go of first. You could not live like that. You said that online networks were like a hive. Like a hive, but not a true hive. True hive requires honesty and directness, as well as a desire to deeply understand others. I see. You don't think you could ever adapt the way Silver has? Silver is different. Even when he was a part of us, we could sense him looking outwards. That is why he has become such an amazing explorer. And that is why he made the effort to learn Earthlings' codes and behaviors. He did not just want to understand, he wanted to experience. We are not like him. We like to seek knowledge on what is different from us, But once we have that knowledge, we are satisfied. Uncovering it and bringing it back is what makes us happy. This is curious. Seems we are picking up some earthling instincts after all. It is a good thing that our data readings here should soon be complete. And Silver's on his way to getting a date. It would appear so. Amanda, we have to go. What? Again? That call was bad news. Agent. Too late. Just hide behind the counter quick. Good evening, Mr. Agent. We apologize, but our machine has been having issues. Cannot serve drinks at the moment. You know very well, I'm not here for drinks. I'd rather not involve any more civilians in this though. Oh, do you mean me? Sorry, but can't whatever this is wait for another night? Haven't finished my drink yet, and it looks like rain again outside. Well, here's something that can't wait for starters. Barista, do you happen to find an ID card lying around? An ID card? Not that I can recall, no. I certainly hope you're telling the truth. Mr. Agent, you always seem to doubt me. But you've been here several times already. Surely you should see by now that I'm not lying. Well, you're awfully good at avoiding straight answers, and losing an ID card sounds very troublesome. Back when I worked at the delivery center, they would make us pay a lot to replace lost ID cards. Ugh. It's not even the start of it. My job is a lot less forgiving than the delivery center. It's very sorry to hear that. What's your job exactly? We uncover illegal aliens and extradite them. Which is why I've been coming here in the first place. Hold on. New text. Mr. Hyde? Okay, hold on. You keep getting tips that there have been alien sightings around this cafe. Speaking of which, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, young man? Can't say that I have. Don't come here all that often. But it's always seemed very above board to me. It's another text. Who's it from? Are you sure the tips aren't a prank? Seems that young people enjoy those as a pastime. There are very popular videos of them online. That maybe it is, but I still have to investigate properly. Otherwise my superiors will have my head on a platter. But you can't waste your time on the cold trail either. Surely your superiors will see that you've done your best? I doubt that. They are a bit obsessed with the alien situation. Obsessed? Is it really that big an issue? Well, having such unusual elements around disturbs the public peace. The average Joe has no clue what to make of them, you know? Makes people feel unsettled. I see. Though the visible aliens aren't too bad from where I'm standing. At least we can identify and extract them. Aliens who try to pass for Earthlings are a bigger problem. In cue dramatic irony here. Why so? For one, it just muddles things. No matter how much they try to look like Earthlings, they were born aliens, and aliens they will remain. But now they're aliens who don't look like aliens. What does that mean, you know? And where does it stop? Well, if some Earthlings decided they wanted to look like aliens, that would be a huge mess. Would it? Anyway, the top brass insists that we go after them. And in the end, that makes my job a lot harder. All the time spent detecting them. Give me a good spacesuit wearing alien any day, you know? Oh, but don't you worry about a thing. We at Fire always find a way to keep the public safe. I see. So how do you go about detecting them exactly? That one's easy. Once I have my suspicions, I check their ID. That makes it all clear, right? Right. Do wonder though, what is it? And I'm sorry I've been being too curious. I have a habit of putting my foot in my mouth. No, you're good. No harm in asking. In that case, what is it that makes aliens so very different? There are all sorts of people living here. They have all different personalities, different looks. And for me, when I walk through the streets of Seattle, I see that no two people are alike. I'll admit that it makes me very happy. So if someone comes from further away but they feel an earthling at heart, would they really be more different from the people who live in this city than the people in this city are different from each other? Or would they just be another version of an earthling? Perhaps no less beautiful. Hey. At the end of the day, who the heck knows? It's not like I can afford to spend time pondering it. I don't have a dog in this fight, so to speak. Thing is, the law is the law, and my job is to uphold it. Right, but despite everything you said, it's still unclear to me why the law is so stringent against aliens. Ah well, it's not so much that the law is stringent against them. It's more that there's no law for them. How do you mean? Well, at this point we have treaties and codes for all the races we know of, right? But we never made a treaty with aliens or anything resembling it. There is no law even acknowledging their existence. Oof, I didn't know that. But why is that a problem? That's easy. We have no way to regulate their presence. There have been no thorough analysis of how they can cohabitate with Earthlings. As I said, it's all very confusing. For all we know, they could be very damaging to us. So it feels safer to keep them away, at least for now. Safer for whom? It is what it is. I'm not afraid of aliens myself. And going after them is not my biggest passion. And since I'm doing this job, might as well aim for a promotion. Anyhow, just call us at Fire if you spot any aliens, alright? Seem like an honest sort, unlike some other people. Some other people who should learn to be more straightforward if they want their business to stay in business. Ugh. What was that? Hold on a minute, a text. Oh. Ah, I see. Just a coffee machine. Seems to have restarted now. That's a relief. Right. I think I'm still going to conduct the search of the premises. Just to be on the safe. Meow. What the heck is this? If I'm not mistaken, this is a local cat. It's come over once before. Looks like it might be hiding from another stray. It's very cute. Good kitty. I think it likes you. What sort of place is this? With your fiddly machine and your weird pets. And now it looks like I have an emergency elsewhere. Well, I guess you're off the hook for now, you and your cafe. But make sure I don't get such reports about you anymore. We will try our best, Mr. Agent. Silver, you're trembling. That's alright. You can come out now, I think, Amanda. Well, we found this experience 100% distasteful. Actually, it was 40.235% distasteful, 20.834% scary, and 38.931% exciting. I apologize, this is just nerves. We are truly sorry for this disturbance. It's not your fault at all. But should you be sticking around here? Agent might come back. No, I lured him away, at least for now. You did? Though it's a good thing the little cat came in when it did. It bought us some precious minutes. What sort of earthling are you? Meow. We see. Do you speak cat? We can feel this earthling's intent better than usual. It is expressing it clearly. Wishes to rest and be left alone. I feel all out of sorts. Is the machine really working again? It is indeed. Then make us a drink and one for silver as well. The same one should be fine for both. Just make it hot and comforting. And what would you like, sibling? Think I need some sweetness right now. I really appreciate a hot, very sweet, very comforting drink. And that would be chocolate. Wrong tab, hold on. Honey chocolate. Nice and simple. Here you go. Here you go. Plenty of sweetness in this. This tastes amazing. Thank you, Logos. This really is my kind of drink. It is very thick, is it not? The viscosity of this seems to be nearing 10,000 CPS. You like how different this experience is from the drink you served us the other night. I'm impressed though, Silver. You come quite savvy at navigating these situations. Even if I'm sure you'd rather avoid them altogether. Yes, I would definitely prefer to avoid them, but I need to get used to them anyway. Why? Agent doesn't know you've come from outer space. Surely you should be off the hook for now. It's more complicated than that. Logos, you know the cafe I said I'm opening? Yes. Well, it's not exactly like this cafe. In fact, it's not exactly a cafe at all. For the past few months, it's been the basis of operations for SAVE. SAVE? SAVE, Society for Aliens and Various Extraterrestrials. Wow. I know it sounds very reckless. No, it sounds rather admirable. Think I underestimated you. I don't know. But you see why I've had to become savvy, as you said. I have a lot of people depending on me now. Those who are just arriving to Earth and are confused and scared. Those who have adopted Earthling appearances and are trying to blend in. Those who are learning how to understand life here. How to understand themselves. For all of them, it's an existential matter. Not everyone is meant to be a hive mind. I know I wasn't. No offense, Amanda. We are not offended. We have always known you were different from us. It is all the same to us. You are our sibling, whether you live as a hive or as an earthling. Amanda, I really do love you. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Anyway, that is not a conversation I think I can have right now. I'll explain it to you tomorrow, okay? After we both have a rest. We will remind you of it. I know you will. I think I'm getting a little tired now. Is it alright if we go back? Absolutely. Our energy is also 98.4 to 9% depleted. Silver, is there anything we can do to help? No, I don't think so. Thank you for offering, really. But you have a different part to play in all this. And you've been playing it very well. You're very kind. Well, in that case, have a good night, the two of you. And please come again soon. You'll always be welcome here. Us and many others. We know and we're grateful. Good night, Logos. I'd say good night to the cat, but I don't think it needs my wishes. Good night, Logos. See? Now we can use good night. I find it rather odd that maybe we should continue this chat while we walk. Alright. What a night. It has been a great deal more animated than we bargained for. And I suppose we have a new four-legged friend now. I wonder what you're doing here, little one. Don't you have a home? Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. Mew. Ah well. I guess it's time for you to let me close shop. But Silver, it's an honor to be related to someone like you. Still raining. Dear Lord, Seattle's gonna be flooded. Government to block data leakers websites. First workaholics treatment center to open in 2024. No phone, no laptop, just rest. Beachgoers report silver algae blowing on Alki Beach. Okay, just a moment. Let's see. If you load, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A week left to go. Now then, let's check out on some friends. Oh, Amanda full. And Silver also full. And neither of you have put anything in your profiles. Thanks. Today's delivery cut off time, no night shift. I hope she's coming in. Rachel's having fun. And Lucas is still on hiatus. Do you have an ocean fish bag? VR. But I can't use VR for very long either. Even like I tried the ones that couldn't support glasses and I couldn't see anything at all. And I think the one with glasses, I couldn't stand it for like more than 10 to 15 minutes. She's a 10 but about to marry a freelancing elf. So she's 100. Oh, Baileys. Somehow I feel like it's going to be a long, long night. Or not. Hey Gala, good evening. Hey Logos. How are you? Not too shabby, I hope? Everything's just fine. Sure. Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? My shift is over, so I'm free now. Nice. It reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day. Ah, that's right. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least that's the plan. Yes, what a nice surprise. He told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. On that note, I'm so ready to take your order. Much obliged. So Henry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. There's milk, honey, and a couple of other stuff in it. think it's called STMJ. I'll have a cup of that. Hold on, let me save real quick because I think I need to return to you the ID card, right? Oh, I could give it to either of them because they are roommates. Oh yeah, roommates. Goddamn roommates. No. So it's the STNJ. It's milk, ginger, and honey. Oh yeah, they sure are roommates. And let me give you the. Here you go. Oh. And then I got the STMJ recipe. Warm booster made of susu, telur, madu, and jahe. I see I dropped my keycard here, huh? Thank you, Logos. Now, I have a spare because I already made a new one. It's always good to have an extra one at hand. Only downside is that it cost me $100. Now I'm wondering where I should keep this one. Maybe in my locker at work? I hate to lose it there. Yeah, let's hope it never comes to that. One nutritious drink from the archipelago coming up. Thanks a lot. So what's in it again? It's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. The drink's name itself is the ingredient susu, telur, madu, jahe. Oh, come to think of it, what is ginger in Malay anyway? Ah, it's halia. We're like kind of off by a few syllables. Milk, egg, honey, and ginger. No wonder it somewhat reminds me of eggnog. A bit spicier and not as rich. I can see why Hendrik likes it. It's a great stamina drink. He probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work. You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. What do you think? That would be lovely. Then consider it done. You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight. Oh, why is that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. And it's not exactly great outside either. Thought he liked this kind of weather. Him, yes. His car, not so much. That thing wouldn't survive in this kind of storm. Now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive him in that car back in the day. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yep, gave me the whole backstory of it. Oh. I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all. The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it, which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? He lived here before, right? Yeah. And he kept bringing up the past too. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia? I was going to say homesickness, but I realized that makes no sense. Get what you're trying to say though. It's a strange longing for times gone by, considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic really. What is? Live long enough, you realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay, just stuff we have to deal with indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you'd think we'd get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely anyway. Suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. That sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to this after a while, huh? Pretty much. There is hammering in the background and I suspect it can be heard in the stream. Why? It's a Sunday. Why are you hammering on a Sunday? But in any case, I think I'll just pause here for now because I really don't want any drilling to start either. There was drilling earlier. I just want a good cup of coffee. But fine. If you insist, I'll resume it another day. Damn you, neighbours. See you next time.